So next up is BCS. BCS is the leading professional body for IT professionals with members in over 100 countries around the world. Anyone who's interested in becoming an IT professional, this is the great opportunity for you. Now, I warmly welcome Ms. Bernie Scott, the Director of International at BCS, to address the session. The floor is yours.
Hi, thank you very much, and thanks for having me today. My name is Bernie Scott, and I'm here on behalf of BCS, the Chartered Institute for IT. So I've got a presentation as well. I'm just going to share my screen. Hopefully that comes through. It's all quite late for you, so I won't keep you too long. So it's my pleasure to provide you with some background about BCS, who we are, what we do. So our mission comes from our Royal Charter, which is to promote and advance the education and practice of computing for the benefit of public. As a chartered professional body, our work supports those in education, those working in industry, and we also have charitable activities to support our societal objectives. And it's never been more important to create a competent and ethical profession in this in the current world that we live in. Let me just minimize this. So in order to achieve this, we have 4 strategic pillars looking at membership, inspiration, progression, and influence. So we are a professional membership body, the Chartered Institute for IT. We've over 60,000 members across most countries in the world. And within membership, our goal is to create a strong community of individuals, organizations, and academic institutions who work with us to support our charitable objectives, but who we in turn support with groups, resources, and continuous professional development so that we have a skilled and diverse profession. We have a student chapter, for instance, with one university in Sri Lanka, and we work with universities from an academic organization perspective. Signed an MOU this morning with the University of Shanghai. So we're very much present, not just from a UK and European perspective, but from a global perspective. Our inspiration programs support young people and educators in encouraging more people to develop their digital skills and choose careers in technology. We work closely with government to improve the quality of computing education. So not only do we work with IT professionals, which might be from a technical and non-technical perspective, we very much work with young people right the way through to thought leaders and support everyone in their lifelong learning of digital skills or tech skills. We have a range of qualifications, certifications, and professional registrations to support progression and help both individuals and organizations meet their learning and development goals. And these all use our industry skills framework as a basis, known as Skills for the Information Age, which maps out skills areas and levels of competence for those in the profession. So through our professional certifications, our higher education qualifications, we very much work with academia, with industry, with government in terms of when we're creating the syllabuses, the content, and the type of programs and subject areas that industry and academia is looking for. So in terms of what do we actually do? We improve education through a number of different areas. So we accredit degree programs with over 100 universities worldwide. We have our higher education qualifications. We do certification and scholarships for teachers. We support teachers who are maybe don't necessarily have very strong digital skills or computing skills, and we teach them. We have digital apprenticeships, professional certifications, which is the main area of what I'll talk to you about today. As well as we share expertise through membership. So as a membership organization, a career management professional, majority of people these days who continue their career development and who find new jobs tend to do it through networking, through might be LinkedIn, that is the most popular platform locally. And that is really how you can not only start your career, but continue your career progression through the years. We also have a number of different registrations as well. So we offer Chartered IT Professional and RIT Tech. The technology space is so broad that BCS, we could comment on a different topic within that space every day. So we've developed 4 key themes that helps us to identify the opportunities that are aligned to our mission and what we believe is important. We're constantly working to address the digital challenges facing our society to ensure technology's impact is positive for everyone. We're regularly consulted by government and other key bodies on professional, ethical, and economic issues affecting the IT industry. And our community works together to directly influence and shape policy by taking part in the debate and contributing to our ongoing thought leadership, research, and insight outputs. We partner with universities. So we have a long history of engagement with universities and are fortunate enough to count many esteemed academics as individual supporters of our activities. So what I mean by that is with our professional membership, we have over 60,000 members, but we've over 2,000 very active volunteers who chair and manage special interest groups, which might be on things like green IT and sustainability, might be on, we have one for women in IT, one for diversity on closing the digital divide, as well as very specific technical related ones in software testing, artificial intelligence, business analysis, and so on. And ever since we were awarded our Royal Charter in 1986, we've been accrediting computing and computer science degree courses towards chartered IT professionals. We have a relationship with over 108 UK universities and a growing number of international partners as well. We help to deliver a triple benefit through our accreditation program, where students have confidence their degree will develop the skills needed for a career as a computing professional, and universities can demonstrate that they are advancing professionalism that benefits students and employers, and show employers that degree programs teach and assess the right skills and knowledge needed to enter the computing profession. One of the key themes that we hear, regardless of country, regardless of location, is the gap between graduates leaving a university or academia qualification and starting in industry. And so we aim to help reduce that gap between academia and industry through our different engagement programs. So what I'm going to talk a little bit more about is our professional certifications. What are they? Why might you be interested? And something that's quite interesting about the IT space as well, there are more softer skills, non-technical roles that you might not necessarily have previously thought fit into an IT into the IT space. So what is the value of certifications? Why would you care? So it's all about upskilling and staying relevant. When you completed your A levels, it was to get into university. And when you're nearing the end of university and you're looking to get into the workforce, learning doesn't end. It's all about continuous professional development, staying relevant to keeping your skills relevant, staying relevant to your team, to your employer, to your department. Professional certifications also have a strong link with promotion, advancement, and pay increases. So as the desire to continue to move up the ladder, continuous professional development is an essential part of that. And a significant proportion of candidates, of learners who take a professional certification, whether in IT or in a different area, are likely to recommend a certification to someone hoping to either begin or advance their technology-related career. Why does the industry care about professional certifications? Why would any future employers pay for you to go on a training course, pay for your certification? And one of the key areas of this is around retaining talent. So it's a huge, well-known issue, particularly in the IT world, of lack of skills, a gap. There aren't enough skilled workers in the IT space for their jobs. And retaining talent is one of the most important things that a department can do. Only 9% of IT leaders feel that they have enough resources for 2021, and the cost of replacing somebody, training up that replacement, and the time that the company loses in terms of that lack of resource in the business, it is quite huge. In terms of careers in IT, so there's a huge range of careers in IT. 10 years ago, there was a lot of careers that didn't exist that do today, where a lot of the skills gaps lie. What you today as students at a university, as soon to be graduates, in 10 years' time, there'll be even more roles out there that didn't exist at the time that you are now at university, that will exist. And so these are areas such as currently data scientists, software testing, business analysis, web developers, and so on. In terms of the different certifications, we have five core subject areas within IT that we focus on: cyber, data, artificial intelligence, business analysis, software testing. And so these are generally short-term courses, 3 days, where you can either self-study or go to an accredited training provider who deliver content based on our syllabuses and learning outcomes, where there's a digital exam at the end, which tends to be about 60 minutes, about 40 multiple choice questions. In terms of where does this map into the different levels that we have in professional certifications and where you might go in terms of your career. So we have different pathways at foundation, practitioner, and higher level that we've mapped into a skills framework as well as career progression. And something that was interesting in one of the previous presentations was that progression in one's career, very much from a managerial level. And I think within IT, there's a huge amount of scope to progress both in technical expertise as well as from a managerial perspective. So you can become a specialist with a high-paying job, be a thought leader, and not necessarily manage anybody, but you have that technical expertise. And so you can go through to practitioner, advanced, expert, or thought leader, head of function. So I think we're very much seeing in the IT world the need for specialisms and technical expertise. So there's a lot of scope from that perspective. And I've just chosen one area, business analysis, to just tell you a little bit more about the certifications. So in terms of business analysis, since the COVID-19 pandemic, 54% of business analysts said they're more likely to complete a qualification in the future. And 67% of IT leaders want to enhance their IT skills and capabilities in their existing workforce. So I think in terms of career development, learning, as I mentioned, never ends, and there's a continuous need to do that professional development area. Within different IT subject areas, each subject area opens itself up to a lot of different types of roles, things like business analysis, product manager, enterprise analyst, data analyst. So really there's a lot of scope for the type of role that you might like to go into, the areas that interest you most. Just provided some information here on the foundation level certificate, the type of things that you would learn in one of these courses, as well as some information about a pathway that we have to our international diploma, which takes a combination of different modules that can lead through to the diploma. So a lot of our programs are pathways where there are foundation, practitioner and higher level programs. They're all standalone certifications where you can pick and mix them to lead to a higher pathway as well. So I'm just gonna skip forward. And in terms of industry, I've just included some feedback that we've had, one from an employer, one for a learner that's gone through the program, in terms of the value that they have seen in terms of the knowledge that they've gained and the competency that they've gained through going through these certifications. We also have employers that put BCS certifications as requirements as part of their role. So that you might need to have a particular certification before you apply, or you might go through the training with your employer. And finally, one area that we're seeing really a lot of interest in is the area of artificial intelligence. So we've also created some content in this area. In terms of artificial intelligence and what it involves building smart machines that are able to perform tasks which usually require human intelligence. And one of the greatest barriers that we have currently to the implementation of AI is a lack of qualified professionals. And it's something that you start to see a trend on in a number of key areas, AI, cyber, and so on, where there's been huge leaps forward in these areas, but the lack of people being able to do some of these roles is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. The 3 most in-demand skills on a popular jobs website are actually connected with AI: machine learning, deep learning, and natural language processing. Nearly half of companies today are concerned about becoming obsolete in 5 years. And so that need to be more digital savvy is essential in order to survive. And there's just some examples for different roles within AI. And I will end on that note. Thank you very much. Are there any questions?
Thank you so much, Miss Bernie, for sharing your valuable insight with us. So now let's move on to the Q&A session. So if you have any questions regarding BCS, you can use your chat box or unmute yourself to ask questions.
Madam,
Hi, yes.
can we do another course after complete the BCS course?
Sorry, what was the question?
Can we do another course after complete the BCS course?
Yes, absolutely. I think that your studies at university are the beginning of your learning in your particular field that you want to go into from a career perspective. So I think once you leave university and enter employment, I think you will continue that learning in different forms. Most of it will be through professional certifications in your different industry of choice. So absolutely, yes.
Thank you, madam.
And guys, if you have any questions and if you want to ask them in Sinhala, please let us know. I will translate that to Miss Bernie. Yeah, so පාඩම ප්‍රශ්න තියෙනවා නම් සිංහලෙන් අහන්න ඕන නම් chat box එක දාන්න. ඒක මම translate කරලා Miss Bernie Scott ගෙන් අහලා ඔයාලට answer කියන්න.
Madam,
Yes, hi.
hi. Can university students get exemptions by studying this degree?
So we have quite a lot of different qualifications and certifications. With our professional certifications, we don't have exemptions from an academia perspective. We do have another route of our higher education qualifications, which is equivalent to a UK IT honours degree, and we do offer exemptions in that pathway. So if you were studying something but wanted to look into changing careers or to do IT alongside of that, we do have qualifications, and there may be exemptions depending on the programs you're currently taking.
Thank you, ma'am.
Madam.
Yes, hi.
Hi, what are the entry requirements for this?
So for our professional certifications, which are our short-term courses, generally 3 days, we don't have any entry requirements for the foundation courses. And we see a lot of students take these as electives when they're at university. So they have one professional certification before starting employment. Yes, so there aren't any professional certification requirements, entry requirements.
Thank you, madam.
Guys, if you have any question, please feel free to ask. අර සිංහලෙන් අහන්න ඕන නැත්නම් chat box එකේ දාන්න English වලින් හරි. ඒක මම translate කරලා අහන්න.
Madam. Madam.
Yes, hi. Hello.
Madam, how will BCS membership help my career?
Yes, absolutely. So with BCS membership, there's a lot of benefits to it in terms of how it can help you. So we have a lot of e-learning materials on there that can help you both from a technical perspective and a non-technical perspective. So there are things on there such as how to improve your influencing or negotiation or dealing with difficult situations. We have support in terms of how to help build your CV. So we have a CV tool that will help to strengthen that. But probably our two key areas of the membership that our members find most helpful is the networking opportunities. So we do a lot of virtual and physical events where you can connect with peers and like-minded individuals. And we also have a mentoring facility. So if you were starting out, not quite sure which pathway that you wanted to go onto, we can link you up with one or more mentors to help you on your journey.
Thank you, madam.
You're welcome.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes. Hi.
Is it possible to get any designation before membership in this BCS degree?
Sorry, I'm not sure I follow. What do you mean by designation in terms of? Could you clarify your question for me, please?
Is it possible to get any designation before membership is the BCS degree?
So I'm not sure I fully understand the question. We don't have a BCS membership degree. So as a professional body, we offer a membership, and we also support universities and other programs through accrediting their degree programs, as well as having our higher education qualification, which is a 2.5 year program equivalent to a UK IT honours degree. So there are different membership grades that we have. So you could be a student membership, which is also the best value from a financial perspective, right the way through to professional member, a fellow, and chartered IT professional. I hope that answers your question.
Thank you, ma'am.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, hi.
Ma'am, what are the essential soft skills for BCS?
What are the essential soft skills? Yeah, so as the Chartered Institute for IT, we cover content that very much looks at IT related areas. Within membership, we have a vast amount of e-learning tools looking at all different areas of soft skills. So through feedback that we've had with other institutes and other parts of industry, sometimes we find that people might have the right technical experience or skills, but they struggle with the soft skills element of being able to communicate effectively with other departments, other stakeholders that they need to be involved with. So we have created additional soft skills, but we've hundreds of videos and support on there. So it covers a vast range of soft skills. It would be quite difficult to list them all out, but it covers the key areas that are needed.
Okay, ma'am, thank you.
Guys, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. This is a good opportunity, so you can clarify yourself. Guys, do you have any more questions, or shall we wrap up this session? Okay then, so thank you so much, Miss so that concludes the Q&A session. So Miss Bernie Scott, it's so good to have you here, and again, thank you very much for joining us today.